You hope you understood the concept of algorithm. What is the meaning of algorithm? What are the advantages and disadvantages of algorithm? What are the features of algorithm? So in the last video we have seen examples how to make a cup of tea, how to make a pizza, how to make sandwich. So in this video we are going to solve the mathematical equations and mathematical problems. So let us see how we can solve it. This is the basic concept part 2. So before going to see how we can solve the mathematical problem, let us consider two terms regarding the mathematical problems. So first one is constant and second one is variable. So what is the meaning of constant and what is variable? Okay, constant means what? If we are going to solve the addition of two numbers, suppose 10 and 20. 10 and 20 numbers are there and you should perform addition of these two numbers. So within this, what are the constant values? 10 and 20. Okay, because 10 and 20, these are the inputs. Those inputs are supplied by the user to computer or to algorithm. So these two values remain constant throughout the program. Okay, we are going to solve addition of these two numbers and numbers are fixed 10 and 20. So 10 is constant, 20 is another constant. So how to define constant? Data values that stay the same every time in a program when the program is executed. Okay, so that values are called as constant. So here in this example 10 and 20, these two values are constant. The next concept related to program is variable. Variable means what? Variable means the value which is varying during the execution of program. Okay, suppose let us consider the previous example. What problem is there? Yes, we have 10 and 20 values and we have to put addition of these two numbers. Suppose one student or one guy is like to do the addition of two numbers entered by the user. Okay, means what the question will be? Write an algorithm to do addition of two numbers entered by the user. Okay, entered by the user means what? The program, the algorithm, it will ask the user to enter two values and then it will perform addition on these two numbers. Suppose user enter 10 20, so it will perform addition of two numbers 10 20. Suppose user enters 30 40, so it will perform addition of 30 40. So these values s these values will be changed during the execution of program. So as per user's input, the program will be executed. So that values, that data values are called as variables. Okay, so how to define variables? Variables are data values that can change when the user asks the question. Example, variables may change during program execution. Okay, so we can do mathematical operations on the constant values as well as we can perform mathematical calculations on variables. Okay, so how to define variable in computer? So a variable is a memory location. Okay, so whatever value we are going to put, so that values will be assigned to one variable name. Okay, so myself, what is my name? My name is Rajashri. Suppose that student, she is having name Hina, so we can call it as Hina. Same thing is there when we say like this, Hina is there in Rajarampuri, Hina is there in Tarabai Park. So some identification is there, some personality is there, and we can call that personality as Hina. Okay, like this, when we store any value in computer, that value can be called with a name and that name is called as variable. Okay, if we are going to solve addition of two numbers we have to input two numbers we have to store into the computer memory. So you should put here, you should write here two names for these two variables. So whatever names we are going to give for that location, that names are called as variable names. So a variable is memory location. It has a name that is associated with that location. The memory location is used to hold data. The key difference when comparing a constant to a variable is that the value associated with a variable name may change during program execution. Okay, so later we will see how it will change. Here example is given. Look here. What is this example? Marks. So this is the variable name. Okay, we have given here the variable name as marks, and what is the value of that particular variable? 95. So 95 is associated with marks. 95 will be stored in computer memory with name marks. And if we want to access the value 95, how we can access that value? So we can call this 95 value with the name marks. Okay, so this is called as variable name and this is called as value. Okay, this 95 is constant. This mark is called as variable name. Value can be assigned to the variable name. So value of variable may change during the execution of program. So this is regarding what is the meaning of constant and what is the meaning of variable. Okay, let us see example of this one. Okay, so look here, constant. So here is one diagram, variable and constant. So whatever we put in the box, it will remain as it is. Okay, and here variable, in the variable we can change the contents of the box. If we want to put pencil within this, we can put it. If we want to put pen within this, we can put it and we can withdraw this one. So variable may change, constant remains same. So this is the meaning of constant and variables. How we can assign constant value? So we can assign constant values with the word const. Okay, so this is the latter part. Only consider here how to assign the constant value. So this is the word keyword const, integer data type, var name of constant, and initial value is 5. Okay, so this will be in the next lecture, but only the declaration part is like this. How we can assign constant to the variable name? So these are the 4 example. Look here, there are number of data types. Okay, 10, this is the integer number. We can assign integer number to variable name. What is the value here? Value is 10. What is the variable name here? Variable name is number. And this assignment statement, this statement is called as assignment statement. Why it is called as assignment statement? Because we are assigning some value to the variable. So variable should be present at the left hand side and value should be present at right hand side. Okay, don't write like this 10 is equal to number, because this will be the wrong one. Okay, so number is equal to 10. Here we have stored integer value to the variable number. What is the next example here? Height is equal to 5.6. So these two are different values. This is the integer value and what we can call it as, it is fractional number. Okay, it is floating point number. Floating point number, the number which consists of integer part as well as fractional part. So what is the value here? Value is 5.6. And what is the assignment statement here? Height is equal to 5.6. So here we have assigned as fractional value, real value to the variable height. This is the another part. This value is called as floating point value. Okay, what is the third type here? If any single character is there, single alphabet is there, single symbol is there, that time it is called as a single character. Okay, what is the meaning of character? A single literal. It may capital A to Z or small a to Z or numerals 1 to 0 or any type of symbol. Okay, so we have to enclose this within a pair of single quotation mark or double quotation mark. Okay, so we can store here single character with the help of variable name. Look here, single character is different from string. What is the meaning of string? String or word? String means group of characters. Here in the fourth example, we stored ABC. ABC means what? Group of characters. Okay, group of characters we can call it as word. So what is the word here? ABC. What we can call for this word? That is the string. We can store string to variable name. What is the variable name here? Name. And what is the string here? ABC. Okay, so these are the four examples. We can use these four types of data in our examples. So revise this one. First example, here we stored S, here we stored integer value to variable, here we stored fractional value to the variable, here we stored single character to the variable, here we stored a string to the variable. So we are going to use these four concepts in our program. Okay, so let us see examples. Here is the first example, algorithm to add two numbers 100 and 200. So we have seen real life example, how to make a cup of tea, how to make sandwich. So from this we are going to do mathematical problems. So what it means, how we can solve this one. So we have learned what is constant, what is variable. So here, what is our first value? Question is like this, algorithm to add numbers 100 and 200. So numbers are given, constant values are given, only we have to do addition of these two numbers. So when we perform this addition on the computer or when we are going to write algorithm for this one, we have to store these two values with some names. Okay, so what are these names? Here, look here. I have taken first variable x for the first number. So x is assigned as 100. Another value is 200. For this one, again we have to assign one variable. So here I have assigned variable y is equal to 200, and whatever result we are going to perform, we can assign any variable name for this one. Okay, so that variable, it will give you addition of these two numbers, and what would be the result here? Result would be 300. So these are two values, these are called as inputs. Two inputs are there and we want to put only single output. Okay, so 100 plus 200, it gives you 300. But what we have to do here, x is equal to 100, y is equal to 200, perform addition of these two, and then we have to display the result. So how we can write algorithm for this one? Look here, we have studied what are the rules to write algorithm. So step 1, always start. Okay, so we wrote here step 1 is start. What is the first value here? 100. So we have assigned here x is equal to 100. Okay, so you can take any variable name here. Some rules are there, some naming conventions are there. So we will see it in next slide, how to write variable names, what are the rules for this one. So x is equal to 100, you can take no1 is equal to 100, you can take number 1 is equal to 100. So x is equal to 100. What is the second input here? 200. So we have assigned y is equal to 200. Okay, so after inputting these two values, what we have to do here is we should do addition of these two numbers. So what is the assignment statement for this one? Z is equal to x plus y. Don't write z is equal to 100 plus 200. Okay, because in the next example we are going to change these values. So right here z is equal to x plus y. X is input, y is input, plus for mathematical operation, and what is the result here? Z. And once we perform the addition, we have to put that value on the monitor. We have to display this value as output. So what is the output statement here? Print Z. Okay, because Z is having the result. So what would be the value of Z here? 100 plus 200, this gives you 300. Okay, got it? First value is 100, second value is 200. You have to assign these two values to these two different variables. Once we inputted the value, we have to perform addition. Z is equal to x plus y, and then what is the use of print statement? To display the result. Okay, so in this way we can perform addition of two numbers, 100 and 200. Okay, because these two are constant values. We will see another example here. Next example is like this. Algorithm to add two numbers instead of this one. We can take here, we don't know the values, addition of two inputted numbers. Okay, so we change this one, addition of two inputted values. So what we have to do here is, when we write program for this one, program will be asking user to enter value for x, enter value for y, and then whatever values entered by the user, our algorithm is going to perform addition on these two numbers. Okay, so how it will perform? X, first we have taken variable x for the first number, we don't know the value of x. Y, s, we don't know value of y, so we have assigned y, and we don't know the result. Okay, what we are going to do here? We are going to ask value of x to the user, we are going to ask value of y to the user. Whatever values are inputted by the user, we can perform addition on these two numbers. If user inputs 10, 20, it will perform addition on these two numbers. If user enters 100, 200, it will perform addition on these two numbers. Okay, so these two are variables. Suppose user enters 100 for x, 200 for y. What it will return here? Value 300. Okay, so how to write algorithm for this one? Step 1, always start. Step 2, input x, because we have assigned here variable name x. What is the another variable here? Y. So input y. And next statement, z is equal to x plus y. And to put the result, we are going to use here print statement, print z. So how it will work? When we execute this one, it will ask value of x, then it will ask value of y, then it will perform addition on these two numbers, and then it gives the result. So what is the difference between previous slide and this slide? In the previous one, we have seen addition of two numbers, 100 and 200. These numbers were fixed. In this example, what we have done here is we are going to take input from the user. How many numbers you want to input here? Only two numbers, because the question is perform addition of two numbers. So how many inputs are there? Only two inputs are there, input x and input y. Okay, so this is the example to do addition of two numbers entered by the user, inputted by the user. Okay, so this is the example. Next, variable convention rules. So when we enter here, when we write here variable names, some rules are there. Okay, so don't write like this: Shah Rukh Khan is equal to X, Salman Khan is equal to Y, Deepika is equal to Z. Don't write like this. Okay, so what variables we are using? Suppose we are writing example for to calculate salary. So write here variable name in reference to the value. Salary is equal to 2000. Suppose we are going to do program for the to calculate area of triangle, then use here side of triangle. Side is equal to 10, side is equal to 20. If we are going to perform or put display area of circle, then put radius is equal to 5. So we have to use variable names in reference to actual values. Okay, so name your variable based on the terms of the subject area. Then what is the second rule? Create variable names by deleting space. Okay, don't use space within the variable name. Don't write like this: item space no. Okay, don't write like this: radius space of space circle. So write only radius. Space is not allowed within the variable name. Do not begin variable name with underscore. So variable name, start variable name with any alphabet. Next rule is, do not use variable names that consist of a single character. Short variable names are not allowed for loop counters. Okay, and what is this? These are the examples. Number 1 not correct because this variable name is having space here. So you should write like this: number 1 is equal to 10. So it should be the correct one. Don't give here space. What is another example? Hash num. So don't start any variable name with symbol. So it will be incorrect. So these are the variable convention rules. Okay, use these very rules in your algorithm. Next, so this is the example to do addition of four numbers. So here we used two methods. This is the example of addition of four constant numbers, and this is the example of addition of four numbers inputted by the user. Okay, here we are using constant, here we are using variables. So how to write algorithm for this one? Step 1, start. NO1 10. Okay, four variables are there: NO1, NO2, NO3, NO4, because four inputs are there. 10. And what is the next assignment statement? NO2 is equal to 20, NO3 is equal to 30, NO4 is equal to 40. So these fours are called as input statements. What is the next operational step? How to perform addition? Answer is equal to ANS is equal to NO1 plus NO2 plus NO3 plus NO4. So addition of four numbers, and what is the output variable here? ANS. And to display the output, S, which statement is used here? Print. So what is the step number 7? Print ANS. And what is the last step? Step number 8, that is the end. Okay, so here constant values are given. What is the next question? Algorithm to add four numbers inputted by the user. So user has to enter four different values. Whatever values entered by the user, we have to perform addition of these four numbers. So what is the step 1 here? Step 1, start. Step 2, input NO1, comma NO2, comma NO3, comma NO4. So instead of writing four different statements, we club these variables in a single statement. Only the rule is you should write here comma within these two variable names. Don't write like this: input NO1, comma input NO2, comma input NO3. Okay, So write like this: input NO1 comma NO2. So how many variables you want to enter here? You can write it like this in sequence separated by comma. Okay. Then once we input the values, next mathematical calculation, ANS is equal to NO1 plus NO2 plus NO3 plus NO4. It will remain as it is. Then last one, print answer, print the result, and step 5 end. Okay. So these two are examples. First example, constant, second variable. And when we execute this one, this algorithm, what would be the result? If input is supplied like this 10, 20, 30, 40, so it assigns in sequential manner. It will assign 10 value to NO1, 20 value to NO2, 30 value to NO3, 40 value to NO4. Okay, whatever sequence is there in the input statement, so same thing is there in the inputted values. So 10 will be assigned to NO1 like this. So what would be the output of this one? 100. Okay, 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40, 100. When the inputs are like this, 100, 200, 300, 400, so what would be the result here? It will display value 1000. So it will perform addition of these four numbers. So we can vary the value of input variables. Okay, so this is the example. And here we have seen addition of two numbers and addition of four numbers. So these two are simple examples. So hope you understood this one. So in the next video we will see another examples. Okay, thank you.